Oh, he did come back. Iceland was pretty awesome. So it's not only your own or my own country, but yeah, of course. Okay, so yeah, but it's on Belgium this time. Could be. They were pretty good last time. But I'm in no way involved in the meta, in the World Cup meta, football meta in general, so I don't really have a good idea. So I could do this. I mean, I also want to increase pop, take the breakthrough. I guess I could take another frugality. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Iron on 2, I like that. Korea's playing 2. You guys see, I don't even know which countries qualified and which didn't. You mean North Korea? I don't know. I don't know if they are playing this time. I remember they played once, but there also was quite a bit of, I don't know if you can call it drama. Maybe a little bit more than drama when they played. Okay, extra food. I mean, I would like the code. I also want to start building on the Roman road, so I could just do this. Do I want to give him the code of laws? This and start building. I guess I don't need knights, I don't have a tactic anyway. So this and build 2 stages. Sadly I can't finish the Roman roads this turn, so this will have to do. But with a breakthrough and the code, that's pretty good. They lost North Korea. Yeah, they had a pretty good on okay first game, if I remember correctly, and then they had a second game. They even showed the second game in North Korean television, and then they lost 7-0 versus Portugal. Yeah. So we do have a knight's taken now. There's Jishka, can't really go for him. I guess you could. Oh, he goes Jishka. Alright. 2 warriors? Ooh, that's a lot of warriors. I'm a little bit afraid, but I guess we're gonna go for Magic Castle. Magic Castle and maybe the drama. I mean, there's Bach, there's Shakespeare. An alternative is maybe Brand Circus because there is Gaudi and Pierre. But I don't want to give him the drama with Acropolis. He wants the cheap buildings, so drama's out. So theoretically he could become pretty threatening next turn if he goes for Zizka, shows a tactic like the Legion and fulfills it. Then there could be a turn where we can't do anything. I mean, he could finish Acropolis, go for Zizka, show the tactic, build another warrior or farm even, show the Legion. That would be a lot of strength, but at least he only has 1 card in his hand. So if that is a tactic, that's not an aggression, so we could just ignore him. And this has to be a tactic, right? Didn't even know who my opponent was. Yeah, it is the LaoHuang. Man is a veteran, you could call him that. Yeah, we looked at his TTAPusle profile. He played 11 games today already. 11 games today. And of course he's played like 5,000 games in total. I don't even know what number of games he's played. Like 2 years ago or 3 years ago it already was an insane number, and now it's probably become even more insane. He has to be careful with his time though. He missed out on like 3 minutes in the beginning. Maybe sure he's one person. Oh, that is conspiracy theory, I guess. LaoHuang is a couple of persons. Keep planning. So religion or trade routes? With trade routes I could go for iron this turn. Migration, then it would be better to go for the religion. And I could also go for Nostradamus. I have nothing to push. Alternatively, I mean, yeah, maybe it's Nostradamus time. But I'm only drawing one card here, so I'm not so sure. Versus Zizka, it's probably better to have Nostradamus than not. Okay, Legion. Next turn we can upgrade the iron in some time. I mean, if we had one more science, I could even spam a couple of dramas. Generally, you value his prophecy no less than his 3 culture. Prophecy, you mean seeing his cards? Yeah, that's also worth a lot, definitely. Okay, and here's the fighting band and goes for touch. He goes for the touch. I mean, if you think about it, Nostradamus really has a lot of different things going on, and not pushing, that's only one aspect. We still have the 3 strength defending and see what cards he's playing. So only one aspect of all 3 aspects is not working at the moment. Engineering Genius seems fine. Can build one stage and maybe grab the irrigation. So Goku said sorry, he ran out of time before. Well, it happens. It happens to the best of us. So I think this is looking fine. Alternatively, I could go for alchemy instead of irrigation because we have so much population. I could go for alchemy next turn. Yeah, it's second game, but the first game he ran out of time immediately. So that the first one doesn't count. We got puntos for it, but it doesn't really count as a full game. When irrigation there is ocean liner and we have so much population. I think I like alchemy for next turn more. I take alchemy, I never seen before. Never seen before. Okay, he's playing new deposits. Knowledge of the ancients, extra science. Yeah, in general I'm not the biggest fan of alchemy, but here in this position we have a lot of rocks. I don't know where I would be putting my rocks. I guess I could have put them into dramas. It would have been fine. Will I have to deny the monarchy is one question I'm asking myself right now. Hopefully there's no rebellion, but there is no rebellion. Simply breakthrough. That's a lot of science. I mean, there's also still the immigration, so I could go for alchemy and drama. How do I play this? Like, I don't want to give him the population. I want to go for drama this turn. Could go for 2 dramas. And then deny the monarchy. Or leave the monarchy on 2. That would be fine as well. Grab the swordsman, develop the alchemy. Next time we get another population. We're missing 1 food sadly, so I could even build an extra farm at some point. Especially we also get the immigration. Oh, nice, a tactic. We have the swordsman, good that I grabbed those. There's already a first cannon here. Immigration, nice. So is he gonna go for the monarchy or not? Imagine if we had rebellion. Oh, no monarchy for him. I like that. Raiders. I could just lose the food, to be honest. We have so much population, I can just lose 2 food. No. Get the cannon and an urban growth 2 for the next alchemy upgrade. I mean, yeah, he gets the revolutionary idea, but he has a lot of science anyway, and the cultural heritage, and not a lot of civil actions, so I think it's fine if he gets the revolutionary idea. And if I take the urban growth, I have to also take the cannon. So I think I like this one again. And I have tactic, I have everything that I need, really. There's no strength event, so I don't care about culture whatsoever. So I don't care about strength whatsoever. We do have quite the culture production. Interesting, there's navigation. Can't have it. Well. You see a TTAPusle tactic draw. Yeah, you see TTAPusle, you see I have drawn a tactic, so yes, this is a TTAPusle tactic draw. Like every tactic apparently that I draw. Okay, oh, he's going far. Okay, he wants Shakespeare, but he misses out on the opera. So I don't take this opera and can deny him the second one. There's no con one, that has to get denied. Influence. Con one. I mean, we also want it for ourselves, not only for denial. 2 breakthroughs. His hand is really full. If he wants to take both of those, I'm fine with that. So I get the navigation for the inhabited. Yeah, in general, we have a lot of science production, so navigation seems good. There is Pierre, yes, there is Pierre. I don't know if that makes team sports necessary. We get so many rocks next turn, we have to plan for that. But I guess I could conmon Swordsman next turn to spend a couple of those rocks. Leaving 1 breakthrough on 2, I guess that would give it into our hand. I mean, the question is, do we need the navigation? There's only 1 colony at this point. He doesn't know that, so he's not gonna go for the navigation. And with team sports we could go for Gaudi, but we could also still go for Shakespeare or Bach. And we're gonna run out of... I mean, we can build just another drama. I think the navigation is fine. I don't even know if he has the time to pick up both breakthroughs. It's also the cannon and rifleman. So if he takes both breakthroughs, he will lose cannon and rifleman. Okay, oh, Republic. He gets Republic here. That's good for him. But then he maybe also has to grab the strategy, I don't know. Terrorism, okay. Okay, if he won't finish the Taj Mahal in time, so he will have to destroy the Acropolis with the Ravages of Time. I mean, he won't finish the touch here this turn. I don't know, overall I think our position is still not looking bad, even if he gets the Republic. Because we can maybe just transition into strength a little bit. And one problem is food, but we still have 3 population just sitting around. Granted, we only have 1 population military at the moment, but maybe that's alright. Yeah, tough turn for him, I think, because there's so much good stuff on the deck. If he goes to Republic, that is of course one of the best cards for him now. Probably has to do that. But that's already 4 civil actions gone, so he has 3 left. Then there's strategy, 2 breakthroughs, cannon and rifleman. So if he takes the breakthroughs, he misses out on cannon and rifleman, and I don't even have to deny those. That's why he's thinking so long here. I see a small problem. I guess it's not that big of a deal, but if we go for Ravages of Time, we will lose the Roman roads, of course, meaning 1 less yellow cube. Okay, goes for Republic and Bach. Bach is so greedy. Like, there's only 1 opera left. What if the opera shows up now? What does he do then? It doesn't, but still, what would he have done? Strategy has to be denied. Get the breakthrough. Can we get off corruption? This we could. I guess 6 signs is better. We have a lot of text in hand with the strategy and navigation. I mean, one problem is we lose all of our population now. So that's gone. Can even go for the architecture or rich land. No, I want to deny architecture from him. And I think that with this hand it makes sense to go for the extra alchemy. And we get out of corruption, so it only costs like 4 rocks instead of 6. Yeah, I knew that you would be suggesting a 3rd lab. You always like 3rd labs. You like as many labs as you can get. But this time I agree. This time I definitely agree. So there's journalism. So with the journalism we could still go for Shakespeare. But isn't this Bach really dangerous? Him maybe not getting the opera. Railroads is interesting. Yeah. I think all the wonders, since we have no population. I mean, one problem with railroad is that there's still the ocean liner too. An ocean liner would of course be even better for us. But we could grab and finish with the architecture, grab and finish railroad in 1 turn. Leaders are there. Yeah, there's Shakespeare and Gaudi for us probably. Cook doesn't really make a lot of sense. So if we get the journalism, then probably Shakespeare. But for Shakespeare we would need more population. Chat is pretty quiet today, yeah. Don't know. At least you're here, so that's good. Maybe everybody else is just relaxing. So there's also freedom of movement. So with the freedom of movement, there's... I mean, we don't know when it will come out. Has he pushed yet? No. What does he have here? Riches of Time, right. He loses his Acropolis. So no extra urban buildings for him. You never really played this here, don't know. No problem, no problem. Yeah. But welcome anyway. Glad that you still like to watch. Okay, economic progress. So he has even more stuff now. I mean, there's probably still gonna be the defensive army now that we have the fortifications. Yeah, I would really love to get the ocean liner. We also have a lot of civil actions, so we could go for railroad and architecture. He's once again using a lot of his reserve time. He has 1 more turn to go, but I guess he will have enough. I hope. I hope he has that on his mind. So are we gonna push the Independence Declaration? There's Bach. If only we had a rebellion on emigration. Like, what if this is an emigration? He doesn't know we don't have that. Okay, there's Shakespeare, there's journalism. Habitat. Yeah, I would love to get this. Sadly, now the navigation is pretty bad. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of MAs, but he wins this for 4+. And that might be two. Oh, he has two cards, damn it. Maybe this and journalism. And we can go for Shakespeare next turn. Shakespeare with those dramas. And we will be losing the swordsman. That might be a problem. So we could also do something else like swordsman. Yeah, but I need to spend my rocks somewhere, and the wonder here is perfect. I guess I could even go how? Nah, I like the railroad. Yes, I guess goodbye swordsman. We will go for cannons. And maybe this doesn't become a strength game anyway. One problem is here we take 5 cards, so it's really likely that he will get the opera. But at this point, I mean, there's also 2 movies, so... there's no colony, we will lose to this card anyway. Still no opera for him, alright. Of science. Okay, so he's probably gonna go scientific method. Scientific method, upgrade those, maybe build an extra one. Terrorism, he can destroy something. That's not even that bad. If he destroys an alchemy, we can use that to build another journalism. Because I think we're gonna go Shakespeare, because we need the happy face. If we lose 2 yellow cubes, we will have an uprising next turn if we don't do anything. Then maybe we don't push to later on transform an alchemy into another journalism. But yeah, for him, I would think scientific method, develop that, maybe build one, upgrade the others. But we really should have an advantage here. With the journalism plus Shakespeare, they cost 4 rocks. We can maybe even destroy our warriors to build new journalisms. And he has no military threat. Ooh, and he has no time. I was about to say, he has no military threat whatsoever with 2 MAs. And no time. Come on. 1 second left. LaoHuang, you can't do that. 1 second, guys. That's the experience of LaoHuang. Now what? Why do I need this guy? Journalism first. Right. Saves the rocks on here. Still get the discount. I will still have no corruption too. So one problem is food. So I could do this and grab the selective breeding, because otherwise we would have starvation next turn. Also, 1 journalism is enough. I don't want to destroy another warrior, then I would be drawing less cards. Next turn we get the freedom of movement, put alchemy into journalism. I don't think it's necessary to destroy the to deny the opera anymore. Like, yeah, it could be nice to deny that, but there's gonna be some movies at some point. Spend rocks on Ocean Liner as well. Yeah, but how would that work? Ocean Liner can't do that plus Shakespeare. Also, hey, add ducks. Hello. I think I like this turn overall. plus selective breeding. Do that next turn. Ooh, and an early war culture. That also opens up a lot of possibilities. And input of industry. So if there's oil, we could even go for input of industry with the railroad. And in general, I think we should have the advantage. We have reduced cost from Shakespeare. We have more rock production. We have more MAs. We have strategy. We have a very good science production. We have the culture lead. Okay, now he has more production. He's at 73 culture to 82. It's pretty close. Hey, Pogi. Hello, hello. Let's already play the input of industry. Get one from the alchemies to the journalisms. And then there's a couple of good cards. Yeah, I thought about mechanized too, but that's 3-7. Like, there's so many good yellow cards here that if I do this, I miss out on all of them. And yeah, we would get the food. That would be nice. We got 1 reserves. Only 1 upgrade. That means no extra population next turn. Let's go to this and that. Could use the reserves for food. It's a revolutionary idea, patriotism, reserves. Yeah, but denying one of these also isn't that strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Revolutionary idea and 2 at least. You might deny that, but you would be fine with it. I'm not sure if I want mechanized agriculture over selective breeding. Because I shouldn't spend too much time here already. I finally want to get some of these cards out, like... the question is, do I want to do that? Deny this, this. And there's also this vast territory. If you win that, that would be great. I think I'm gonna do this and say no to the mech egg. I guess then I should have played the strategic territory instead of the input of industry. Yeah. Okay, Vlada's sending me some clear messages for the cultures. Could I maybe even have gone for war last turn? Go for 2 cannons, declare the war, go for strategy. We have the Imagi. Hatred silence. Aye aye. But again, there's so many things to do. If he doesn't grab the military build-up, then we can still go for a war, maybe. And even with that, I mean, he probably gets the patriotism too. The thing is, I couldn't have gone for the war of culture plus 2 cannons plus show the tactic. But if I want that, if I want military, I would have to go for that and prepare that a little bit. Other big wonders, Besides internet, not really, so I guess we could go for internet. Okay, he finally goes for a little bit of military. There's no card draw for him, military build-up. Reserves, patriotism. He loses one of the 2 colonies. Both of them hurt him. I guess both, not that much, but a little bit. Should we be afraid now? I don't think so. We don't think we have to be afraid if I deny the military theory. Thing is, if I deny military theory, I can't go for internet. Do it like this, though. I guess I could even destroy the warrior and build this guy. And there's no denying military theory then. If we do this, there's a vast. I don't want to do that then. Destroy that guy. And for 28 is pretty good. Do we feel confident to beat him if he gets military theory here? And Churchill. He gets Churchill and military theory. There's Gandhi though, we could go Gandhi. This is pretty greedy, I know that. Is it too greedy though? I mean, we're both on 22 culture collection. I have all the wars in hand, that's true. Like, he hasn't drawn a lot of cards yet. Maybe he's in defensive mode and I shouldn't be. And with the internet, I think it's looking good. And we have Himeji, we have strategy, we have a tactic. I'm not afraid. Another war in our hand and a bit of strength. At some point I think we will have happy face issues when we lose Shakespeare. There's no extra happy faces here. At least we have full information. I mean, we might win the vast territory. Maybe we have only 1 defend card, but he is only 2 MAs. He doesn't have a lot of cards in hand. So we should maybe be able to win the territory with the card and the navigation. And it would also be weird. He can't keep all the colonization cards. Like this H2 card is probably an aggression. Not aggression, a tactic. Like Hussars maybe. That's why he went for the Cav. It does hurt a little bit that he gets the military theory. Now he can go for that this turn, play the military build-up and get really strong. But again, we don't really care all that much about it unless he gets a war. And for the war, we have defensive tools too. Fundamentalism instead of military theory. Interesting. All in, all in. He's gonna probably bid a lot for this. Let's hope he hasn't drawn too many colonization cards in his last turns. Like the H2 card is probably not a colonization card. He's drawn 5 cards. If one of those is an H3 card, he could bid 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If he sends everything, then I'm fine with it. If he has drawn 2, then it's bad luck for us. If he draws 5 cards and 2 of those are colonization. The only two possible options: pass or all in. Yeah, everything else is the wrong option. Yeah. So we can start to think, do we go for the democracy? Or is that, I mean, he just showed us he definitely wants to go military. If not, he would have not gone for the fundamentalism. I guess he also went for fundamentalism to go for an extra opera. Then again, he's not gonna get military theory, so we deny that. He's not ready for war next turn, I think. And then afterwards we can maybe even go for Gandhi. And then he can't go for war. Cover the covers? He had to, yeah. Taj Mahal wasn't ready when the Rages of Time hit. He had no choice. It was so early, it was the first card in this deck, so he couldn't crumble the touch. Okay, so reserve time for colonies, not what you want to do, Mr. LaoHuang. I've seen people crumble Acropolis instead of Magic Castle. Yeah, isn't that, like, I would probably always do that? Like, the other way would be more surprising to me, I think. Yeah, it depends. It depends on if you're already... the other way around. Yeah, then it makes more sense. Then, yeah. Then I can follow. So the big question is, if... Oh, he has gone for fundamentalism. Do we go for democracy now? And the thing is, he's reached his maximum culture production. He can't build another opera. So the rest of his stuff is gonna go into military. And just I have to run in for Bach vs. Shakespeare action. Yeah, but luckily for you, we are maybe about to reach the end of that Bach vs. Shakespeare action. Because he's setting up for military with all of this stuff in his hand. So you don't have to suffer that for too long, hopefully. Okay, he went down. So as I said, if he has two cards, I'm a little bit upset. And with him winning this, he probably can use the military build-up next turn. Come on. Really? Oof. That makes me a little bit upset. That was really lucky. But it is how it is. We have to deny this. Probably want to go for cannon. Deny this first Air Force. Maybe also the tanks. Maybe an urban growth. With the urban growth I could... Maybe Prosport is out, damn, then we have a real happy face issue. But really, how is he gonna win? Unless with military. Like, we have the Wonder. We get a lot more from popularization of science. I guess disbanding the warrior makes sense. First off, we don't need him. We use the military action. Makes it harder for him to use the military build-up. He can't just destroy his warrior. 2 corruption. That's fine. Okay, we would need Gandhi now. If we get Gandhi, then I could finish the internet and then switch to Gandhi. Okay, he gets Air Forces. Yeah, I guess he has a lot of science. Zero for harmony. Colonies is at 0 to 6 too. And is he ready for war now? I don't think so. I mean, yeah, with Churchill, he has a lot of rocks, but he also has to play all of those. He has to play reserves. I guess he can pop, has 4, but he can only, yeah. I mean, with the patriotism, he has 4 MAs. And had 3 MAs after the war. That is 1 tactic. Then there's 2 left. That doesn't seem like enough. So I actually think we are being relatively unlucky with. Okay, he's not playing politics at all. Multimedia for him now, okay. I guess it has to be a bit of harmony. That is a tough one. I guess it also could just be Impet of Colonies. I mean, we might win one more from the strategic territory. It just feels like harmony is not the one to go with. And I do want to push before he upgrades more of the multimedias. Is he still baiting us for war? Like, it's the same as last time. He only has 3 MAs, we have Himeji, so I could just go for democracy here. With this, finish the internet. Is this too greedy? Before that we could even take Mandela, maybe. I mean, Mandela, is he gonna be good? Probably use the MA first. Yes, Einstein is even gonna be better. Need 1 MA for military, 1 military guy. True. I could just not push next turn. I do like the democracy. Or do we? Yeah, we still have military theory. I don't have to worry about that. 36 from this. Guess we could play Revolutionary Idea and grab Mandela. I don't want Mandela, I want Einstein, I think. Maybe this and nothing. Destroy 1 lab. Build a cannon. Doesn't that allow his military buildup? And this does get us out of corruption too. Warrior also gets us out of corruption. Yeah, Warrior makes sense. We need that for the strategic. I do have to play the tactic too though. Okay, we have drawn a lot of wars here. Only 2 wars left for him. I don't think he can go for that. Sadly, no good impact now. But he also hasn't played an impact yet, and we now have a big lead. One small issue is if we had one more rock, we could finish another wonder. That is a little bit sad. Like if he grabs fast food, is at 19 for him. If he grabs fast food now. If we hadn't built the warrior, we would have had corruption. That was the thing. The warrior didn't cost us anything. Like why many players don't like Mandela. Well, first of all, sometimes he's really expensive to grab. And in our case, I mean, he would be doing what, 2 culture and a civil action? I guess. But Einstein might give us 6 culture. 1 less drama or one journalism less maybe. Yeah. Would have probably been better. Yeah. I mean, that was quite a lot for the internet, so we don't have to count that out. That was, I mean, that's 4 production plus 6 from the internet, so 10 culture. That is a lot. Oh, and journalism was almost free, yeah. Or was it completely free? It was very, very cheap, definitely. Rather 0. Yeah, it was for free. Yeah. So, theater for 1 and library for 0. So you spend 1 rock on that pair, and so definitely worth it. Okay, he's going for the fast food. We don't. Arms industry is extra rocks, guys. Arms industry is extra rocks for us. Then we could finish United Nations. Our impacts are so bad. How many rocks does he have? We could just go for military, also impact of strength, right? Either we get the arms industry. We still even get the military theory, so we are slightly stronger, not really. Ah, that's not easy. Do we push the input of strength? We also have a big uprising, so it would be great to also win the strategic. What if we don't push at all? Then we don't actually have a lot to do. Okay, Einstein. Theory. Tanks. That's basically it. But if we get the United Nations, it's actually 20 culture. I'm gonna try it. It is arms industry. Okay, so the problem is the uprising. The uprising is a big problem. Combined with the input of strength. I guess we just say goodbye to the input of strength then. Destroy this guy and this guy. But then we can't even bid for the strategic. We could just destroy this. And that. Two of these. If I had one more civil action, I could develop the military theory. And like this, we're not gonna. I mean, with the colony, that would be hard to win. But maybe. We send our warrior, and yeah, if we win it, we can't. It would have been nice with the military theory. Then there would have been a chance. But like this, he would have to send everything, and then he even regains 4 strength. So he will end up with more than 10. But the wonder alone might be enough. I mean, we do produce a big amount here. Guess it would have been better to go for Mandela. He could be one extra civil action, maybe. And maybe also would have had to elect him here. Sucks to end with so much science and Einstein being right here. So we have quite the lead, but we also have really shitty impacts. Like both of the impacts are pretty bad for us. But overall it's not looking too bad. Could have been better to not finish UN and go all in on strength. We win this. But if we play strength instead of harmony, because harmony is at 16-0. And strength, there was the idea we might be able to win it somehow. I mean, if it destroys 2 warriors and a cavalryman, we might still. But the harmony was just even worse for us. Yeah, 16-0. When you have no military, that is not good for harmony. So yeah, very interesting finish here. Very interesting game in general. It wasn't like this clear culture fest. Like yeah, we had Shakespeare and Bach, but I guess you also had no military really. It still didn't feel like your standard culture fest game. Because it only started so late, I guess? Maybe. I mean, I did start 2 dramas quite early on. Yeah, I'm struggling to really put it into words, that silence. I realized while I was talking that it's hard to make this argument, that, but I tried anyway. I kind of failed, I guess. Yeah, we had a pretty culture-festy game. If we look at his and my civilization. And if you take a look at my military situation, where we don't have a single guy there. Why did he play wrong? He should have. Okay, he knew he wouldn't be able to win anyway. Colonies, government. So yeah, relatively close in the end, but we make it. 307. 300 before impacts, not a culture fest. Yeah, you guys got me. You guys got me. But he did play a little bit wrong at the end. I guess it didn't matter, and he maybe knew that. Because he should have built the warriors before finishing the fast food. And with him having an impact of competition, he probably shouldn't have built warriors, but cavalrymen instead. But yeah, we win. We take those puntos. Versus LaoHuang, we also take a ton of experience here. The most experience you can take in a 1 versus 1 match. So we get that. We get our puntos. 25 plus 30. So I'm up to 70. No, that is still the old ranking, I think. Or is it? Maybe it is the updated one already. No, it still says 120 points here. That should be 90. That hasn't updated yet, but it's... Okay, maybe I should now update it. 1754. And still 90 points in decay. And it was quite a nice game indeed. I'm gonna take, or I'm gonna get a little bit of water and see you guys in a second.